So we're here at Derby Jail. What we've done tonight is, instead of just starting the usual calling out stuff, we've started off with an experiment where every 15 minutes we're going to rotate separately in a certain place in the jail, and then what we're going to do, we're going to compare notes and see if any of them notes match to anything that anyone else has got. So we've got John in the bar area. This is his second lone vigil. We've got Caroline in the isolation cell. This is her second little lone vigil. We've got Amy in the debtor's cell. So I'm going to join Amy in there in a second because we'll run out of rooms. So I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
And we've got Barry in the condemned man cell. I'll say, mate, just watch that. We've done the trigger object as well, so we've just drawn around the cross. The episode of Most Haunted, it moved, so we've got a locked off camera on that, if that does move as well tonight. And we've got Gary. What is that room? Is that the old police room, Gary, is it?
The post-mortem room.
The post-mortem room or police room, or whatever it is, Gary's in there. So, we're all on our second vigil, we'll see a bit, mate.
Between us.
We've done the end of the experiment, these are the results. Amy came with me, so what did we get, Amy, on ours?
So in the first room, which is by the bar, we thought we heard some whispering. And then we went into the debtor's cell where we thought we heard some chains.
Maybe rattle, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then there was a funny smell when we were in there. And then in the last room we've just been was the isolation room, which went really, really cold.
Freezing cold. And I had that experience last time I was here after Barry had a choking sensation. I went in and you came and checked on me, Caroline, didn't you?
Yeah.
And she said how cold it was. We both had a little bit of a headache.
Yeah, we both had headaches. I felt a bit sick. And then there was a weird smell in there.
Yeah. But going back to the middle room we was in, which was the condemned man cell, I wasn't sure if it was people moving around. We did hear quite a lot of movement, but I'm not sure if it was anybody moving. Everybody
Was
said
that your first, second or third room?
that they didn't. The second room,
Second
which
room.
was the debtor's cell, we heard quite a lot of movement in the jail.
Yeah, I've got that.
I was just aware, was it anybody just like moving or I don't know, but that's what we got. Right, Caroline, what did you get?
So the first room I went into was the post-mortem room. On a couple of occasions I got a very cold breeze on the left-hand side of me. I heard a slight jingling in that room, the first one, and I got the name of George as well. The second room I went into was the isolation cell, and almost straight away I got a headache, but it was mainly on my left-hand side. Outside, it sounded like footsteps walking, but downstairs. And I know there's no stairs on this level. And I heard what I felt was like dragging, but there again it could have been the boiler in the kitchen because that's next to me. Then I didn't get anything, and the last 3 or 4 minutes, to my left I heard 3 taps on the wall, and then I saw something drop down, but I'm not too sure if that was like plaster or paint coming off the ceiling, but definitely heard 3 taps on the wall. Then I heard 1 deep breath just outside the cell, and again I heard jingling, and I'd heard it in the first room as well, but the jingling was outside the cell, more in that area there, in this main area. And I did get, right at the very end, an intense feeling as if something was present. Okay. The third room, I went in with John. That was a condemned man's cell. I was sat on the bench bit, and I did hear a noise in the back corner. We heard a noise coming from the adjoining room, but that could have been like the electric meter,
The meter
possibly.
couple we had to look after.
And then we both heard a footstep by the door at the same time.
Okay, thanks. Go.
Unlike Caroline, I haven't got loads to say. First room, I was in the debtor's room. Not a lot happened. I felt quite warm when I first went in there. but that's quickly passed. But I got a really strange thing named Elliot, came up while I was in there. After that I went and sat in the bar. There was nothing happened in there. But once I thought I got the smell of a roast chicken.
Really?
Which was really weird. Saw loads of lights flashing on out in the corridor and wondered what it was. But then I realised Caroline's bottle had gone and she was flicking a torch on and off all the time, so that kind of let that one go. And then, as Caroline's already said, we did some time in the condemned cell. Yeah, there were various noises. I thought I heard a footstep and rustling. She said there was a noise in the corner. We both heard it at the same time. Something she didn't mention is I felt really, really, really warm in there, but my skin felt really cold. And I said to Caroline, touch that. And she goes, well, your arm's dead warm, but where she touched, from here downwards just went instantly really cold. But she did have cold hands anyway. But that's about it for me.
What, when you say the name Elliot, John, you actually came up with the name?
Yeah, it just came into my head.
That isn't like you to come up
No.
with anything like that.
No, it's a bit of a weird name as well. Yeah, so in the debtor cell, it's name Elliot just came into my head.
Strange.
Dunno.
And as I'm filming this, I don't know if anyone, I know there's a few crew behind me, but I'm actually getting a real cold draft around my arms. I don't know if you can feel it behind me, guys.
I'm frozen.
Yeah,
Absolutely freezing.
I can feel it really.
I'm cold.
Yeah, well, Amy's only got about 4 tops on so far, so it's not going to be that cold just yet, is it?
I'm like warm.
Cheers, John. Go.
Okay, in the condemned room, I did hear footsteps above. It's a bit strange. It sounded like there was somebody in the room above. In the post-mortem room, the K2 was going off quite a bit, but nothing really happened in there. In the bad debtors room, footsteps outside. It sounded like somebody was walking up and down here.
What, the main jail bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently nobody was, so that's about it really.
Did you go in the isolation cell, Gary?
I didn't know.
You didn't go in there, okay.
No, I will do.
Alright mate, cheers pal. There you go.
Right, isolation room first. I had my K2 on, asking very low voiced messages, seeing like who was in there. K2 was going off like the clappers. Right, so the first one was asking questions. It was activity going on K2, female, asking questions like to see if it was a female. Activity on K2 again, asking whether it was how he got killed or murdered, like how was you sentenced, and it was hanged after going through a few when it was going up like clappers. Condemned man's, nothing happened in there. The autopsy room or whatever it is in there was, after I broke up that no activity, I did hear a little growl, a small one, and that was it from in there.
Well, like a dog growl or...
It was like a very low one. And it only lasted like that. That was it.
Is it? Got it mate, yeah?
Yeah.
Cheers, Barry. Right, after that experiment, what does any of you make of it?
There's some similarities in things that people have heard and seen, isn't there? Like
Footsteps.
footsteps,
Yeah.
temperature
I think it's
variation.
a certain thing where you think that certain people are being hear things that they want to let the person hear. Somebody else won't hear it as well.
I
So
thought
think
it was
it's
interesting with regards to jingling. Like you
Yeah,
heard and
because
Amy heard and
me and
heard
Amy
that.
thought we heard just like a link, not like
Yeah, was
jingle,
that
like
your first, second or third?
the second session. It just felt like a chain had just been moved on the wall or something. It wasn't like...
Was that in the room or outside
It
the
sounded
room?
like it was outside the room.
Yeah, I heard jingling outside the room, more here. And I
That's
thought
why I
that,
heard the footsteps.
yeah,
Like somebody.
and I thought the headache in the isolation cell was interesting because I got that in
To be honest with
as
you,
well.
my headache's slightly going now. I did have a headache, to be honest, before I went in there a little bit, but it seemed to get worse when I was in there. And then it has debated a little bit now. So it was interesting.
tried to get two like that and going around see if it was in.
I just thought it was
Nothing-
somewhat different
There's
to
nothing
do.
that was setting it off, and I put it on the table or whatever it was in front of it, and I was just like setting it off and asking questions. It's going,
Which room is
and
that?
it was doing to it a call.
Isolation
You know, like
cell.
saying asking questions.
Mm.
I'm going, go on. Not like loud. I was going, right, stop. Right, do this. What's your name? And it was going like that. To every question that I was asking.
Right, should we get on to the full visuals then?
Yeah.
So we're back here at Derby Gaol. This is the 4th time that I've been here. First time we did it with 3 of us, we had quite a lot of activity. Well, not a lot of activity, but we definitely heard before we heard footsteps on that occasion. The second time I did it alone, 12 hours here alone. The video is on YouTube, so if you want to check that out. Nothing really happened that night either. The third time we came here, there was 5 of us, and not a lot happened then. So we're here tonight, give it another whirl and see what happens. Right, we've got Gary in the isolation cell. You've been in here about, what, 30 minutes?
Probably, yeah.
By yourself? Anything, mate? Or
Funny smells, like sulphur. Something.
the sulphur smell, do you think it could be the drains, or
I don't know, I can't see any drains, I don't think there is any, is there?
have you had anything else happen to you? Like, because when we were doing the board, we asked the spirit to come and do something.
What there? Who was that?
Alright, I'm just not sure
I keep on seeing a light up there, but there's nothing there, is there? So I don't know. No, I don't. It's just a smell, really.
Okay.
Can't explain that.
No feelings of being touched or anything like that?
No. Apart from that, which took my head, but it was explained. Oh, sorry, that was me. Yeah, just a weird smell.
Okay. So not a lot,
It's
really, maybe?
like temperature changes as well.
Yeah, I
It's
noticed
up
that
and
when
down.
we was in
It's
there.
up and down. 1 minute you're alright,
It
next
comes
quite-
through this door behind us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a list of names in one of the rooms of people who were executed here. So we're going to try calling out their names and the offence for which they were executed. And see if we can get any reaction or response throughout the building. We're going to do it one name at a time. Caroline, then myself. And then we'll see if we get any responses.
Okay, John Ratcliffe, you have been found guilty of horse stealing and you are sentenced to death. Are you here with us tonight in this building?
(1757), Thomas Hulley, you've been sentenced to death for returning from transportation. Is your spirit present in this building tonight?
(1759), Charles Kirkman, you've been found guilty and are being sentenced to death for the murder of his infant child. Are you here with us this evening?
(1763), John Perry and Amos Mason, you've been found guilty and sentenced to death for the offence of highway robbery. Are your spirits present in the building tonight?
(1768), John Lowe, you've been found guilty and sentenced to death for housebreaking. Are you here with us this evening?
What was that?
Here we go, he'd move his feet.
Sorry.
Feels like it.
For picking pockets.
No,
Amy feels sick.
do ya?
It was Amy saying she feels sick. Well,
No, I'm okay.
let me know when you want to go out, okay?
James Halliburton,
Don't push it.
are you affecting anybody in this building? If so, could you step away from them and make your presence known in some other way? If you're going to affect anybody, you affect me.
Or are you not brave enough to affect a male? Do you pick on easy pickings.
Feel how warm I've gone. Feel my head.
You feel sick now.
Yeah.
I'm roasting. I'm literally burning up.
Come on, James.
Do you want to go out?
No, I'm okay.
Maybe if you want to go out, okay.
Okay.
Take whatever it is that you're doing away from Amy and Caroline. Come and affect one of us. Come and affect me, John, Phil,
Go on.
Barry, or Gary.
Go on.
Go again.
Mm.
So it just like comes and just disappears, doesn't it?
Mm.
Specific offences, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you come to any conclusion which offences it was? Was it the rape one?
Right. I wonder if like their victims were at my age or something.
I don't know. How can we? I don't know. How can we put some intelligence to that?
Can we go? I'll Google the names. Do you reckon anything will come up?
Can we just try something else?
Yes, John.
It depends how
on.
scary it is.
It's not scary. Just going on from what you've said, how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
In 1819, Hannah Bocking, you were found guilty and sentenced to death for the offence of poisoning Jane Grant. Are you present in the building?
Nothing. John,
No.
just give the names out for rape. The ones that were for rape, like leave a 5-second gap in between, mate. If that's okay.
Do you want the offence as well?
No, just the ones for rape. Just without saying rape, just the ones.
James Halliburton.
And just give it 5 seconds or so. Right, go on.
George Batty.
That one.
Pardon?
That one.
George Batty. Amy thinks it's George Batty. Has it come back since we said that name?
George Batty, are you present in Derby Jail? Is your spirit still here?
How do you feel, Caroline, with that name?
I feel okay with that one, but I did feel sick after Amy. I felt sick the first time.
George Batty, thank you for revisiting us. If you're making Amy feel sick, can you take that away from her and try and affect someone else?
It's been the first one and the second one. Whenever you say their names, it's always them that make me feel sick.
Can you ask Amy? Sorry, can you ask for them to take that feeling off you
Okay.
and do something physical in this jail that we can all hear, that we can all... Yeah?
Okay.
Sorry, what was that, Caroline?
My heart was pounding then.
For what
I
reason?
went from a sense of calm
Yeah,
to like pounding.
go on
At
then.
one point, I felt like I had pressure on my chest.
Did you?
Yeah.
Felt a little bit like that, but with the like, you know, when you can really feel your heartbeat.
Yeah, like palpitations.
But it was only a few seconds before. I was thinking how nice and calm and
Well, I'm going to tell you something now. For the life of me, I don't think it's paranormal, but my side here, right down here, is absolutely killing me. As if like I've done
Is
some
it could be a position of
It could be.
like,
It
video
could be. It
cameras
probably
now.
is. But I'm just letting you know what I feel. Go on, Amy, see if you can get him to actually do something physical.
Well, George and...
Batty.
James Halliburton and George Batty.
James Halliburton and George Batty, if it's you guys that are making me feel sick and very sickly, can you potentially do something else so that everyone else can know that you're here?
I'm going to knock on the door. Can you copy me?
Chest pain. There, my chest.
And the sickness is gone.
Yeah, I've just got chest pain now.
James or George, stop making Amy feel like that. Communicate with us another way,
Don't push
one that we can all see. If you're making Amy have chest pains, take it off her. Put it on someone else. Put it on me. Make me feel sick.
It's going.
It's going. Good. What was that?
Just to-
Is that your tummy, Gary?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's it.
So James or George, if we insulted you, it was so we could get a reaction from you. If we can establish that your presence is here and that you are sentient, as you seem to be making Amy feel better, you communicate with us another way. Make a noise. Show yourself in light form.
Probably does, but if you're going down orbs or lights, one's just gone right down the middle of the corridor. Like a light, but it's...
If that was one of you,
Probably will.
is that you moving away from Amy? We're not great believers in orbs.
Did you hear a tick?
Is that fireworks?
I heard a tick in that room though, like
Yeah, I
on
heard
like
it.
metal.
In there.
Yeah.
I definitely heard it, but I'm not sure if it was coming from around here.
Right, come on, do something in this room. I'm here now, on my own, do something. Stop affecting other people and do something. Move something in this room. Let's see your movement, see your footsteps, tap on this glass cabinet. So simple. If your spirit is related to anything in the cabinets, then make a noise. So let's say it's 1 o'clock in the morning. The main thing again tonight is really other people's feelings and feeling the sickness. And that's really what's happened in this jail. I know it happens a lot in this jail. I know when Richard does his ghost walks, a lot of people come back to the jail for like a hot pot supper kind of thing, and a lot of people have that sense of sickness. Amy got it again, Caroline felt it a little bit, but it's the two that usually feel that sort of thing that got that feeling. The rest of us have been absolutely fine. Just can't really say anything physical has happened, as in footsteps or doors slamming or anything like that. That was a noise in there, I think. That was. That must have been, I'll just go in the electrical box. I think that came from in there, so I don't think it's paranormal. People have been here on their own, I think it would have scared them. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's mostly been, again, the feeling of sickness that has been the main phenomenon that's happened in this investigation. I just wish something had happened, like a big bang to happen or some footsteps to come close to us and walk. But yeah, I feel fine at the moment. You know, there's nothing else to say really. That's been the main part of the night.